talk about life abroad. This is only for balikbayans, meaning from Filipinos living abroad perspective, because generally people living abroad have different experiences. But I just want to have this awareness from my country in the Philippines, because we have been brought up to believe that life abroad is much better than living in our country, which is, from my experience, it's true but not totally. So I am just here sharing my story. There has been ups and downs ever since I've been abroad. I think it's been more than 15 years, and it's like almost 10 years in Dubai and then 6 or 7 years here in Australia. If you want to see the first part and second part of my series, please tap this link here and it will take you to what I've been talking about. I was discussing there the misconception about marrying a white man. It's only from my own experience. I am not saying that it's the case for everybody. Anyhow, today I'm going to talk about the misconceptions of being a parent. In my own opinion, the misconception is parenting is really hard, guys. If you want to be a parent, you better be 100% sure that you can withstand no sleeping. Your patience should be you have high tolerance to tantrums and stuff. It's having a baby, guys. It's like it's either you win the lottery or not. You got babies that are good sleepers, and you have babies that are not good sleepers. And there are babies that are very high need, and you don't need a lot, like they're very settled. I've experienced both. Like with Ethan, my firstborn is actually a very settled baby, but it's only when he was 2 years old when he became very hard to manage. And my girl is actually the other way around. At first she was good. She was a good sleeper, and then she began waking up around 6 to 8 times a night. So I was just losing my mind from not having enough sleep. So this is what I'm trying to say, that you're lucky if you have help with you, but here in Australia I don't have any help. I don't have in-laws to help me because they live very far from here. You're very lucky if you have help. You have families around to help you, or friends to help you. I think what I'm trying to say is that you will discover who you are when you become a parent. It can bring out the best in you and the worst in you. Sometimes it's unfortunate to some that when they already have a baby or a kid, they suddenly realize, oh no, this is not for me. We as human beings, sometimes we thought we want something, and then when it's there, we change our minds. It made me a better person. I think it made me become a better human, because I used to be, selfish. I remember now, my first reason why I wanted to be a parent was because so that someone will take care of me when I'm old, and that's so selfish. But I'm just so glad that when I met my husband and I realized, okay, I'm ready to have kids, because that time when I met him, it's like I just have all this love within myself and I'm ready to give. It's like, okay, this true love that I have inside, I can share with little humans, you know what I mean? So I knew that I will do anything and everything in my power to be a good parent. To raise a little human beings is such an opportunity, guys, although it's very, very hard. But in my case, I feel like it's the most difficult job in the world, because you are bringing up humans here on earth, and whatever they will become, it's in your hands. It depends on how you bring them up. When they become good human beings and kind people, I'll be very, very proud of myself, and it's like a pat on my shoulder that I have done my job. Whatever I've learned, I'll give it to them, and I hope that they will also share to the world or to others what they've learned from me or from me and my husband. The difference between living Dubai and living here in Australia is a very interesting topic, and it's a very vast. But what I can tell you guys is that the most prominent that I've observed is the roles of males and females. Here in Australia, even when I compare it to Philippines, the roles are, it's like men and women here are equal. For example, there are lots of women bus drivers here, truck drivers, and in the Philippines or in Dubai, you'll never ever gonna see one. Because in Dubai, most of the people there are foreigners. I can see the Emiratis or the locals of Dubai. Most females work in the bank and in the immigration office or government office. That's what they do, or they work in the mall or mostly own their businesses. Here in Australia, it's like the woman, if men can do it, women can do it. In politics, there are also women leaders. And it's very interesting because also here, even with my husband as a parent, it's so different because at the park, you will see a lot of fathers actually being with their kids. In the Philippines or in Dubai, mostly it's either both parents are there or females are there, or the caretakers, or what do you call it? We call it yaya in the Philippines, the ones that's taking care of the kids. Because some Emiratis there have someone taking care of the kids and someone taking care of the house, like cleaning the house, and they have gardeners, something like that. And here, I see a lot of hands-on Australian men, and this is what I love about Australian men in general, because they're full-on parent. It's like they're very present as a parent. It doesn't matter if they are the breadwinner of the family, they still take care. They still give time to take care of their kids. I am so lucky actually to have married an Australian man. They will do the diaper, the dirty laundry. They would clean the house if they have to. This is only from my experience. My bottom line is they're hands-on dad. That's it. They spend time with kids. A lot of that in my culture, it's like women are expected to be in the house and with kids. You know, like I don't know, maybe it's just my generation, but my mom's generation and my generation, I was born in the 80s. Filipinos are career driven too. I'm not saying that women in the Philippines just stay at home and rear the kids. No, it's not like that. My mom was a teacher and my dad was in the military. What I'm trying to say is, even if women in the Philippines have a career, we are also expected to, you know, take care of the kids. It's like our primary role. So in general, that's what I've seen in my country. Of course, there are people who, for example, if the couples decide that the man will stay and take care of the kids, it's another story. But generally, I can say that I see also that there are dads who are hands-on in the Philippines, but it's more on the women's role. What I mean, and I grew up in a household where my dad is always away, so my mom was almost like a single parent. That's why I'm saying that my dad was never a hands-on dad. He just brings the food home, that's it. I'm just generalizing what I usually see here, you know, when I go to the parks. And it doesn't apply to everybody. Men I know and that I see, that I think are like my husband. I could be wrong, but that's just what I saw. And of course, I'm sure that in Dubai there are also hands-on dads. What I'm trying to say is, I'm telling you the different perspective, which is from my perspective. I don't want to be biased with my vlogs, guys. I just want you to see what I see and what I feel, and it's up to you to interpret it at the end of the day. And this is where I end my vlog, my tribes, and I hope to see you on the next one. And I hope you like this vlog. If you did, please tap the like button. It will really help my channel. See you next time. Light and love.